What's good? This Cam Reddish from the Atlanta Hawks, and you're watching Three Point Conversion.
Hey, Nate. 14 points in the fourth quarter. Just what did you see in the final period in terms of execution?
Their switching defense gave us problems. They basically, that's what they do. They're one of the top defensive teams. They force you into an isolation game. And we knew that, I thought we were doing a good job the first three quarters of attacking their switches. But the fourth quarter, we just started to stand. I thought we settled, in that fourth quarter, really the second half against their switches. That's something that we have to do a better job playing against. We're going to see that the better teams can switch 1 through 5 and force you into isolation basketball. What you have to do in that situation is see where your mismatch is at, get the ball to that player, whether it's in the post or on the perimeter, and then you got to win your matchup.
I think it was 5 or 6 turnovers in the fourth too. Just how much did that affect you guys down the stretch?
You can't turn the ball over against a good team like this. You can't give them extra attempts. So that those were killers. When you are giving them extra possessions, a team that can score as well as they execute down the stretch. They're going to. I think they like where the game was at. A close game, because they know that they have players they can give the ball to, and they can finish with. So turning the ball over. Was part of not executing.
Was it good to see Cam out there and just to be able to get him out there and get him some minutes?
We need bodies, and he hasn't been able to do any type of running for the last few days. Even though it was a wrist injury, he hasn't really played in the last couple days. So it was good to get bodies out there. But this is the game, we got to learn to win these games again.
I know you always preach protecting the paint. The Nets had 66 points in the paint. Just what made them so effective in that area?
I thought I thought our game plan was good. We were trying to, send help to cover both Durant and James. And we had good rotation. And what they did, a smart team, they started to attack the paint. They were scoring twos, and we felt like we were the game plan. I like what we were doing. We didn't allow them to knock down the 3 ball to really get control of the game. So other guys were making twos, and they attacked us in the paint.
In terms of second chance points for you guys, I think you guys had 17 of them. Just what did you think about offense? You're the offensive glass for you guys tonight.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. We always tell our guys is to attack the boards. When teams are playing small ball, which Brooklyn plays really 4 guards, pretty much. You want to attack the boards in situations like that. We've been good in doing that, and tonight we was able to get a few points there.
Fourth quarters have been a struggle for you guys pretty much all season. What have you noticed pattern-wise as to why that might be?
It's not been a struggle all season. I don't feel it's been a struggle all season. We just won a fourth quarter.
I guess I'm asking, you guys came into tonight 24th in net rating in the fourth quarter. Obviously, that's toward the bottom of the league. Do you feel like the fourth quarters have been an issue for you guys?
Well, I'll talk about tonight's fourth quarter. Tonight's fourth quarter, their defense was good. We didn't execute. We weren't able to win the matchups with their switching defense.
This is kind of following Chris' question, but you said earlier we need to learn to win these games again. What do you mean?
It's just we're going to see these defenses. This is the defense that we talked about last year, where your better teams are going to be able to switch 1 through 5, and force you into isolation basketball. You got matchups somewhere out there. Okay. And you got to find that matchup, whether it's in the post to John or Gallo, or it's on the perimeter with Trey isolating against a big. You got to give the proper space, and then you got to win that matchup. You know, they're going to continue to do that until you force them to have to double team. And they didn't have to double team us tonight. They were switching and stand in front of the ball, and we couldn't score. So that's what I mean by that.
Any more questions? All right. Thanks, Coach.
I mean, from the looks of it, we both played good defense. They played better defense in the fourth, and I got to do a better job of making some shots for us in the fourth. I had a couple. I had a floater that fell out, a couple layups that got blocked. I just got to be better as far as just making some more shots in the fourth, and I just think we'll be better.
The Nets had 23 points on 15 turnovers. Just how much of a factor do you think that was in their win tonight?
That's a big factor. That's a lot of points. We gave up 14 total. I had half of them. I got to do better at taking care of the ball. I'll be better at doing that. I had trying to force some passes into tight creases I could have been smarter about, and I'll be better at, and I won't have that many turnovers.
Yeah, Trey, I was going to ask what's the biggest thing y'all can learn from this game in terms of late game execution, but is that the biggest thing for you, just as far as turnovers, making sure you limit those?
Yeah, and just understanding how to create scoring opportunities on the offensive end. I mean, I think we get stagnant, and we just get into ISO and everybody just kind of standing, and we gotta find out, because the Nets, they do a lot of ISO ball too, but a lot of their guys are continuing to move and create driving lanes and things like that. And I think that's something that we're just going to get better at, especially with TLC in there and Kev late in the game. I think we just all got to figure out how to mesh well at the end, and especially while these guys are out. But it's got to do a better job executing down the stretch.
Was it good to see y'all been so shorthanded recently, particularly on the wing? Was it good to get Cam out there and to get him a few minutes?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was good to get him out there and get some run in, and he didn't get a shot to fall tonight. But I mean, he'll get back into it. He'll get back into the swing of things. It's all a flow thing. So when he's in a groove, it's a lot better for our team.
They can throw a lot of length at you, and they did. What kind of challenges did that present you?
I mean, I've had guys with length guard me before. I think I got some good looks, and I got some shots that if I could do it over again, I feel like I can knock them down. So I feel like I had some good looks. They just didn't go down tonight, and it's frustrating because obviously you want them to go in every night, but it's a couple of like them floaters and little things like that. Just feel like just didn't go in.
You and KD made up. Everything's cool.
Oh yeah, we was good.
Any more questions? All right. Thanks, Trey.
Hey, Kevin, I guess where did you kind of see you guys fall short there in the second half, especially that fourth quarter?
Yeah, it was a fourth quarter mostly. Just offense didn't do much for us. Weren't really getting good shots. It felt like stalled a little bit. So really that fourth quarter.
And you personally didn't get any shots at all, didn't make any baskets at all in the fourth quarter. I mean, were you just not getting the looks there, or kind of how did that develop?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's a combination of things. Probably don't have one single answer on that.
In terms of turnovers, I think they had 23 points on y'all's turnovers. Just how moving forward, how important is it to protect the ball, and kind of what were they able to do to take advantage in that area?
Yeah, we had turnovers in big moments. I had 2 in a row that you can't have in the fourth quarter. Something we got to clean up.
Kevin, in terms of just what you guys can take and learn from this game when it comes to late game execution. For you, do you think it is mostly turnovers, or is it something more big picture, you think?
Yeah, I mean, I just think overall fourth quarter offense got to be a little bit better. This isn't the first game that something like this has happened in the fourth quarter, and just got to be a little bit better.
Does it come down to focus, or like more mental, or more X's and O's, I guess is what I'm asking.
A little bit of both. X's and O's, shot selection, turnovers, just kind of all goes into it. I feel like our flow and our rhythm in fourth quarters isn't the same as it is in first quarters, and we come out and when we're sticking to our game plan.
Nate said earlier that he felt that the Nets forced you guys into an isolation game, especially in that fourth quarter. What are the ways to combat that?
It's a lot of different stuff. I think getting a little bit more variety. What we're doing in that fourth quarter, I think, would help a lot. We definitely played in their hands. It seemed like we were coming off and they were switching high, and it felt like it was a lot of one-on-one. And this specific game, we weren't winning those matchups, and just kind of kept going to the same thing.
Anyone else? Okay, thank you.
Sessions on the other end, we got to do better. Simple. Well, excuse me, you know what I mean? Simple on our end to figure out.
Right. What's your biggest, and I know you're a big film guy, so maybe you have to watch before you give an answer to this, but what is your biggest takeaway in terms of the fourth quarter and how you guys can execute better late?
I feel like we got to get better shots. Sometimes I feel like we settle. As well as you just said, turn over the ball, 6 turnovers in the fourth, not a recipe for success. And as I said too, with big fella Claxton again coming in, we can't let guys who aren't supposed to be, on the game plan, or we're not prepared to say didn't expect him to play, and he came in and made an impact. So that type of stuff cannot happen for us to be successful going down the stretch.
Nate said earlier that he feels that you guys have to learn to win these types of games again. What do you see as a fix to moving forward to help you guys, win these types of games where they're close in the fourth quarter?
First is, communication. I feel like a lot of times we can get quiet in the fourth quarter for a bunch of reasons, matchups, or, we got to stay connected. I feel like that's the biggest thing, is us being on the same page, regardless if somebody comes off, hits a shot, or offensive rebound. We just got to talk to each other and give each other some comfort, some security out there, and knowing we have each other's back. And I feel like it starts there. As I said, I feel like sometimes we can get a little quiet, and it can turn the energy down. All right, any more questions? One more.
Is the reason why you get quiet just because it is a younger team still? Obviously you guys did advance far in the playoffs last season, but age-wise and experience-wise, it is still a young team, or is it something different as to why you feel like you guys do get quiet?
It's nothing more specific, to do with age and to do with, anything more so, or habits. Not to say I'm singling myself out, but I'm out there yelling and talking. Sometimes when I don't, Kevin will come pick me up, or somebody else will come pick me up, and that's what we were missing. More so than the one pointed at one direct thing. It's just more so of a team chemistry, emotional energy thing that we just need to rely on each other. We need to be able to talk to each other. But again, especially in the fourth quarter, we got to start off the right way.
All right. Thanks, JC.
Appreciate y'all.